Time for a tribute to our favorite shows from across the pond. We follow a complicated cop.
I've tried to help people by doing things that I shouldn't have done, and it's only made it worse.
An eccentric detective.
Get out.
What?
Get out. I need to go to my mind palace.
And a doctor who time travels in a police box.
Oh, don't worry, that's just the beginning. There's loads more.
Enjoy these 3 British invasion dramas, all on BBC America.
Hello, I'm Brenna.
Hello, I'm Aaron.
Hello, Salim.
And we're here today with a very special BBC roundtable to talk about Sherlock, Luther,
Indeed.
and Doctor Who.
Guys, one question though, before we start. What's up with the banana?
You always bring a banana to a party.
Always take a banana to a party, Rose. Bananas are good.
Sherlock is a modern take on the Sherlock Holmes stories that we know and love. So we have Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, his faithful companion, and all of these stories are based off of the novels written by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. The showrunners are Stephen Moffat and Mark Gatiss, and Benedict Cumberbatch is Sherlock Holmes, and Martin Freeman is Watson. What I really love about the show is how it plays with audience expectations. So on the one hand, there are moments where you could probably guess what's going to happen. And then there are other moments where you can guess, but you'll be completely wrong because you can't know. And one moment I'm secure, the next moment I think I'm secure, but I'm not.
It's just after 9:15. You're desperate. The first train from Exeter to London leaves at 5:46 a.m. You got the first one possible, so something important must have happened last night. Am I wrong?
So how do you feel about Benedict Cumberbatch versus RDJ or Robert Downey Jr.?
They're different.
Okay.
I like Robert Downey Jr.'s Sherlock Holmes a lot. I like Guy Ritchie's spin on it. It's very Guy Ritchie. But the BBC version and Benedict Cumberbatch are very different because Cumberbatch is funny, he's smart, he's snarky, he's arrogant, and he actually makes me believe that he's smarter than I am. Whereas Robert Downey Jr. maybe doesn't as much. He's still pretty smart, and that British accent helps him sound smarter. But, you know, I just see Tony Stark when I see Robert Downey Jr., and when I see Benedict Cumberbatch, I see Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, and Benedict Cumberbatch has a bit of the social ineptitude that Sherlock Holmes was actually famous for.
Yeah, he's weird. Guy Ritchie's Sherlock Holmes is, you know, an action-adventure guy. He's a swashbuckling, cool guy, which is great. Don't get me wrong, I love that. But the original, you know, incarnation of Sherlock Holmes is he's kind of a big fat nerd.
No, thank you, Sarah.
No. He's not good with names.
No, I can get this. No, Sarah was the doctor, and then there was the one with the spots, and then the one with the nose, and then who was after the boring teacher?
Nobody.
Jeanette! Process of elimination.
And Martin Freeman as Watson is great, too. I'm looking forward to Martin Freeman as Bilbo and Hobbit 1, 2, and 3 coming out next year. He's the emotional center of the show, because Sherlock really doesn't have emotion.
You wearing any pants?
No.
Okay.
Luther. I love it so much, mainly because of one dude, Idris Elba. So, even though we know that Luther lives and dies by the main character, Idris Elba, let's talk a little bit about the creator of the show, Neil Cross. Now, Neil Cross wanted to create a character very similar to Sherlock Holmes, where he's this genius as a detective, but he also wanted to bring a Columbo aspect to it, because now we not only see the eyes through the detective, but we also see through the eyes of the culprit. So it's really interesting because it gives us this tension, and we really are able to kind of see the psychotic nature of these killers. I love this show particularly because of the unique nature of Luther. He can walk into a scene, a crime scene, and know pretty much who did it, you know, what he needs to look for immediately, very much like Sherlock Holmes.
All of this is for effect, murder by theatre. And I bet the same goes for I Am the Sun That Shines. All right, it's designed to give him some sort of prestige.
Yeah, like people are already talking about.
That's right, and if he's that desperate to be noticed, then this was opening night. There'll be a lot more where this comes from.
He also has this physicality to him. He has this presence that as soon as you see him on screen, you just want to pay attention to everything that's coming out of his mouth. It's interesting because you don't ever see a black lead who has such respect from everybody in the police department. Every single person that he works with respects him. They all want to work with him. They all, you know, look up to him. And it's just interesting because you don't see that often, especially on American television.
And the show isn't about him being black.
At all. Neil Cross, the creator, said he created this character regardless of race. He's like, I'm not gonna write a character based off the black experience because I don't know that experience. Instead, I'm just gonna write a character that I wanna see. And Idris Elba just happened to be the most adept at playing this character.
Come with me.
can't.
Why not?
Because I am who I am. And you are who you are.
The dialogue in every episode is just so real and rich, just comes off the page and comes off the screen. It's unique. It's not
visceral staying power.
Exactly. It sticks in your brain and very much like something like a Dexter or a Breaking Bad.
Doctor Who is an hour-long comedy, action, drama, family show.
All that?
All of that, all bound up in one beautiful package. The show is currently on BBC One, and your show started in 2010, and yours started in 2010. You infants. Mine started in 1963. And it actually originally got started in the 60s as a educational program. They were trying to be educational. Now, all the things that are successful about Doctor Who are accidents. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
explain that to me.
The TARDIS, for example, is the time and relative dimension in space. Is the acronym, and it's his time travel device. It goes through space and time.
Of course.
Of course. And it looks like a police box. Now these were common in the 60s, so it wouldn't really be that kind of outlandish. But on a different planet, it would be. But they didn't have the budget to change the look of the TARDIS on every
Why
new
would
location.
you do that? That's no fun.
Yeah. So instead of the way they fix it was just, oh, the TARDIS is the chameleon circuit's broken.
Oh, the chameleon circuit.
Yeah, obviously,
Right,
of course. Chameleon circuit.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that leads to the most iconic images of the show. And along with this is the main villain, the Daleks.
Okay, I've heard of these things. What are they?
The Daleks are little people in metal tanks. And they're mutated aliens. They originally were Khalids. Get it?
No.
Khalids.
Ah.
Part of what the appeal of the show was the really, really cheesy effects in the beginning. Like I mentioned, it had a really low budget. It's like they have these like toilet plunger arms in the beginning, and they use bubble wrap, green bubble wrap, to show like, oh, I've got a sickness, and it's
No,
it's
they
just-
don't.
Yes,
Come on.
I swear.
Oh,
green
God.
bubble wrap is yeah. So that was kind of what made it popular in the beginning. Again, another accident. The show has had 11 different doctors: William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, John Pertwee, Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, David Tennant, and Matt Smith.
Who is your favorite Doctor?
My favorite Doctor is Christopher Eccleston because he was my first, and you never forget your first Doctor.
No good stood round here chin wagging. Human race should gossip all day. Daleks have got the answers. Let's go meet the neighbours.
And as far as companions go, there have been like 50 of them.
So what exactly is a companion?
A
Just someone
companion
who just travels with
is
them?
somebody who got scooped
it?
up and taken to ride through space with the Doctor.
Okay.
Are you from another planet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you think?
What?
Other planets want to check some out?
What does that mean?
It means, well, it means, come with me.
The other companion is Captain Jack Harkness, played by John Barrowman. And he's Doctor Who's first non-heterosexual character. And he's hilarious, and the show treats it so sensitively. It's not, look at the gay character, or look at the bi character. It's just kind of part of what happens. It's funny, it's well-written, it's snarky, it travels through time, you get to meet historical figures, and at the same time it's sweet, and it can be heartbreaking, and it always hits you right in the feels.
He's used all his power!
Did good.
He saved our lives.
Happy.
I can't believe it took me so long to watch Sherlock. It's freaking amazing. If you haven't watched the old stuff, catch up on Netflix. New stuff's coming out next year. See it.
Luther, watch it for the intriguing story, fantastic writing, and pretty much for Idris Elba. See it.
As far as Doctor Who is concerned, I'm moving to England. See it.
Right.
To the BBC.
To the BBC. Cheers, mates.
Allons-y.
Take me to your leader.
I've always wanted to say that.
I want to know why you like this show.
Because.